Good evening, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Today's July 6th, 2026. Is the wait finally over? Earlier today, I did this video about the 10 years, the 10 Revelation 12 signs connected to the 10 virgins. And I think this information came from the 1111 sign channel. Someone mentioned it on my channel in a comment, but they did not mention the source. And then later on, people told me that the 1111 sign channel has been talking about this. So if that is where this information came from, then I want to give credit to the 1111 sign and thank you to the person that shared it with me, and thank you to Stan at that channel. And so one of the big things that I've been hearing in the comments is that from 2017 to 2026, it's only 9 years. Right, but we're not talking about, math, just a simple math problem when you're just adding 9 to 2017. I mean, we're talking about 2017 being included. So, I mean, let's count together. Okay, 2017 was the first sign, right? This was the first Revelation 12 sign. This is where we understood what this was all about, that this happens on the Feast of Trumpets. The main sign happened with the planetary alignment. And so we have 2017, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2026 is the 10th sign of the Virgin. 10 virgins, right? The 10-year delay. Here we have it. The 10 virgins, talking about the arrival of the bridegroom on the Feast of Trumpets. This is the sign of the Virgin. Okay, the lamp is the sun in the constellation of Virgo. Get your lamps ready. Okay, so that's one thing. Now I want to add to this and show you this from a different perspective. Okay, is the wait finally over? All the signs point to 9/11 Feast of Trumpets. Okay, so looking at the Revelation 12 sign, this happens every year on the Feast of Trumpets, where we have the constellation of Virgo. The sun is at the head of Virgo, and then the moon is going to be coming across, and when it creates this sliver, then that is the Feast of Trumpets. That's the first day of the Feast of Trumpets. So this is the actual location this year of September 11th. On September 11th, the moon will be creating the moon sliver in the evening of September 11th. And then September 12th, September 13th, and then on September 14th, the moon will be making a perfect conjunction with Venus. A perfect conjunction, I mean almost like a transit, right here on the Feast of Trumpets when the moon is at the feet then of Virgo. But this sign is being played out every year on the Feast of Trumpets, starting with the first day, and then it goes through like 2 or 3 or 4 days, connected to the moon still being in Virgo. Okay, so this is September 11th. Through the 13th is the Feast of Trumpets on the Hebrew calendar, and this is the actual location of the sun and the moon on September 11th to show us that this is the sign of the Virgin, the sun crowning her head, the moon coming to her feet, and the Revelation 12 sign is showing us that what it's really talking about is the Feast of Trumpets every year. Okay, so as I said, and we can count again, this is the 10th Revelation 12 sign since 2017. 2017, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Yeah. So this is the 10th sign of the Virgin since 2017. 2017, when everybody was saying, the bridegroom is coming, go out to meet him. Then there was a delay, 10 virgins, a delay of 10 years. This seems to be really an amazing understanding. Thank you, Stan, for bringing it to our attention, and thank you to the people that brought it to my attention on my channel. Now, all the signs are pointing to 9/11, the Feast of Trumpets, 2026. We've gone over all of this on my channel and so much more. This is just a few items, but the two twin earthquakes in Venezuela, June 24th. It is 80 days, okay, to September 11th. And there is a birth cycle of 80 days in Leviticus chapter 12. There's a male cycle of 40 days and a female cycle of 80 days. So this is a birth cycle of 80 days from June 24th. One thing that I never discussed here is that, and I investigated this, there was some type of a celebration going on. It's connected to the day of St. John the Baptist in Venezuela, but it's like a pagan ritual they do, some type of Santeria or witchcraft that they're doing, and they were chanting. So at the very hour, and this was in one of the videos that I saw, I don't know if it was on Instagram or whatever, but in one of the videos I saw they were actually chanting this, that que tiembla la tierra, let the earth tremble, let the earth tremble, let the earth tremble. They were chanting this. Let the earth tremble, let the earth tremble. They were chanting this at the very hour that the earthquakes hit. Like they were provoking God, they were mocking God, they were saying, what were they doing? Why were they doing this? But the earthquakes came at the exact moment that they were chanting this. Okay, so twin tornadoes on June 11th, which 9 months before is September 11th. So you have September 11th, twin towers. Then 9 months later, you've got twin tornadoes. 6/11 is also an upside down 9/11, and this was in Illinois, connected to 7 and 8 days later, the groundbreaking and the opening of the Obama Presidential Center. Twin tornadoes also representing the Antichrist and the false prophet, both from Illinois. Okay, twin typhoons, Michaela and Egos. One is lightning, and the other is fig tree. It was interesting. Someone brought to my attention that when Jesus cursed the fig tree, the very next day they came by and the fig tree had withered. The fig tree had withered, and that the highest probability, this person said to me, was that lightning had hit it, which is a really interesting idea. I mean, we have no idea if that's true biblically, but just a thought. And here we have lightning and fig tree. Now, both of these are connected to the coming of Christ. Just as lightning flashes from the east to the west, so will the coming of the Son of Man be. And then we have also the Israel being reborn, the sign of the fig tree. When you see the rebirth of the fig tree, know that summer is near. So we have that as well. Twin typhoons, twin tornadoes, twin earthquakes. Then an amazing sign that we had on June 29th, which could be connected. I mean, there are a lot of things happening, and there's a lot of factors to a heat wave happening, but it was within the same time frame of a solar flare being kicked off the sun. This was an Earth-facing solar flare, and then we had this heat wave that had been coming over July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So the solar flare was 4479x 1.1. So right here we have within it, we have the 911. And 4479 in the Strong's Concordance is Rebecca. Rebecca. And so Rebecca was the mother of the twins. Okay, so we have the signs of the twins, and then we also have the sign of the mother of the twins all at the same time. I mean, there's no possible way that this is a coincidence. This is a sign from God. There will be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, okay? Then on July 1st, there were two Skywalkers got engaged on the Empire State Building, and the connection had been made. I did a video on this. This girl here, whose name means messenger, a heavenly messenger, Angela something, I can't remember her full name, but her name means heavenly messenger, and she was born on June 24th, the same day of as these earthquakes. And the movie they did, Skywalkers, is symbolism connected to 9/11. It was released on January 19th, which is 119, a reverse 9/11. So all of this also is pointing to 9/11. Then we had these three different events that happened. An 11-year-old boy kills 9 monks, a 9/11. Plane in China, 1 passenger, 109-story building. That's a 9/11 pattern. Nancy, France, 11 people dead at exactly 9 a.m. That's another 9/11. Okay, and so the 7th month, first day, Feast of Trumpets, and God's pattern within the birth pangs. Jesus said, "Nation will rise against nation, earthquakes, tornadoes, pestilences. All these are the beginning of sorrows." So we're talking about birth pangs, and it all comes down to the Revelation 12 sign and a woman wanting to give birth, connected to the 10 virgins, the Virgo, the 10 virgins, and the birth. This is the birth right here, and we have the twins, and we have the mother of the twins. It's all coming down to the birth. Okay, this is the biblical scenario of the birth pangs, and it's all coming quicker and faster, more tightly connected. The twin earthquakes were 39 seconds apart. The twin tornadoes were 30 seconds apart. Okay, so that's all coming. They're birth pangs. And the pattern continues that just as the spring feasts were fulfilled at Jesus' first coming, the fall feast will be fulfilled at his second coming. And the Feast of Trumpets is next on God's appointed time, because the first 4 have already been fulfilled and the Feast of Trumpets has not. So this would be God's next appointed time on the calendar. Here we have it, September 11th, 12th, and 13th. As we're watching the Feast of Trumpets and the sign of the Virgin and the sign of the birth, this is it. There will be signs in the sun, in the moon, and in the stars, and on the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them from fear and the expectation of those things which are coming upon the earth, for the powers of the heavens will be shaken. So all of this information connected to the 10th Revelation sign since 2017, the 10 virgins, is the wait finally over. Stay alert, watch and pray. Jesus is coming at an hour you do not expect. I pray you are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with the trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.